Have you ever looked at your life as a mom and thought, why don't I feel like myself? And then felt guilty for even thinking this? I'm sure that you're doing everything that you're supposed to do. I know that you love your child and you do everything the best as you can. You take care of her or him. You change diapers. You feed her. You do everything that you're supposed to do, that everybody told you to do. You are a great mother. But probably you still have this nudging feeling inside you that tells you that something is off, that somewhere along this journey of becoming a mother, you lost something precious of yourself. You maybe feel like that you are a completely new person and you kind of feel lost navigating this not just this new life with a baby, but also your new identity and your new kind of like self. You have a brand new self, and it's so confusing and disorienting because we usually think that delivering a baby and nurturing a baby, having kids, is just like something we do, like when we do the laundry. So it's just a task that we do. And getting kids, it just needs a longer period to do it. But we have never ever thought about that this process is actually changing us. This process is actually changing the parents. And the feeling that you'll probably feel, it has a name, it's called matrescence. You can think about it the same way as adolescence, when you are a teenager and you have all the hormones and everything going on and your brain functions and your brain structures actually changing. So that's common sense. We know that, right? There are many books, songs, literature, research, everything around teenagers and adolescents. We know that. We've all been through that. It sucked, but we went through it and we are here now. That's over, right? But with Matrescence, it is the same thing. So our brain structure is actually changing. So when becoming a mother, and it's also true for fathers and other caregivers, when you are nurturing a baby, your brain shifts, your functions and structure is actually changing. So some of the brain parts get reduced, some of it is just transforms, your neurological paths, I don't really know how it works, but I feel it in myself. And there are, hopefully there will be more, but there are still many researches showing that this is happening to parents' brains. And so we are actually changing on a cellular level. So the feeling that you are not yourself is totally valid. You are right. Actually, you are not yourself anymore, because when you became pregnant, from that time, your body started to change. And now you are a different person on a cellular level. Your brain is different, your body is different. So I know it can be shocking, and I understand if you feel huge amount of grief for your old self and huge amount of confusion right now, because okay, you're telling me I'm a new person, but I don't want to be a new person. I just want myself back. I just want to be the same me, the one that I knew forever. And who is this person like invading my body, my space? I totally understand your feelings, because I feel the same. But one thing we need to consider is that, like, going back to your old self, I know there's countless of marketings, they sell products to us with this message that you have to go back to your old self, you have to go back to your old pants, you have to go back to your old size, your old work routine, your old workout routine, your old habits. You just have to go back, and society and all the consumerism telling us that old self is still there, and we just need to go back because parenting is just a task as doing the laundry. And once it's over, I mean, once the kid is getting bigger and they don't need as much attention from us, they still need the attention from us. So it will never stop, obviously. But society tells us that there's the old self and that's the good self, and this mother self is just temporary. But let me tell you this, that it doesn't work like this, because life is just continuous. So we are changing. So you are not the same person as you were yesterday, and you will not be this version of yourself tomorrow. Life is beautiful like this. So we are constantly changing, and that's the most exciting thing about life, that we don't go back to oneself, because we are so much more right now. We grow and just grow. So you actually probably don't want to go back to your old self, because you are so much more right now, and you will be so much more tomorrow, and then day after tomorrow. You see, that's the beauty of life. And that's the foundation of life. Everything is changing. If you see nature, then you see changes constantly. So if you look out the window today, there won't be the same view tomorrow. Maybe the trees will be greener. Maybe the sky will be bluer or grayer, depending on the weather. It's just change. And it's scary. I totally understand that. I'm scared of change, but we cannot resist change, because this is life, and this is how we move forward and become more and set a good example for our children. We're constantly looking at our kids, right? That they are growing, so they are not the same as they were yesterday. They are bigger, they are smarter, they are funnier, they are just more themselves day by day. And you are yourself right now as well. You feel lost, you feel confused, but you are safe in your body, and you're still yourself. So how can you actually navigate this change? So once you understand that it's not just something woohoo that you came up with, but it's actually rooted in science. It's called Matrescence. You can Google it. It exists. You can read a book about it. And once you know, like, knowledge is power. So now you know that this thing exists, and it's not just in your imagination, and it's not just you. It happens to every mother, it happens to every caregiver, so it happens to fathers, it happens to non-biological parents as well. So you are definitely not alone. It's just a topic that it's not researched, it's not talked about. So this is why I wanted to bring this in front of you, to let you know that it's valid, your feeling is valid, and you're totally not alone. Everybody who has a kid, who's taking care of a kid, goes through this. We just don't know about it. How can you go, I don't want to say go back, but how can you grow closer to the version that you're missing? One thing that I would recommend is to just be self-compassionate. Nurture yourself. Do something that you love. Do something that your old self loved. Take yourself out to the cinema. Go for a walk. Go out to nature. Actually, nature is a really good example because nature is changing, as I said, and nature somehow, in my Matrescence, I feel that I came closer to nature. So I feel much closer to nature now as before I had a child, which is interesting. And I think it's because this Matrescence is just so connected to nature, and we are nature. And now I just feel this deeper connection to the outside world, and to just feel the wind, look at the trees, just these simple things. But you can definitely do something creative. So I love to draw, and I started to draw again, and it helped me a lot find my purpose, find my part that I was missing. While taking care for a little human being, it's so easy to forget about yourself, and it's so easy to just be there for them, because this is what we are called to do biologically. But sometimes we need a break, and we need to let others help us, and we need to take care of ourselves. If you don't take care of yourself, no one will do it. So you are your best friend, you are your best advocate. You have to take the lead. You need to take care of yourself, and then others will also see that you value your own body, you value your own spirit, your mind, and then it will give space for others to help you as well. So you just need to let go of control and let others help you taking care of the baby, taking care of the kid. Another thing that helped me tremendously is actually journaling. So I know it's quite underrated, but trust me, it saved my life. So when I felt super lost, I started to journal 30 minutes per day. I know it probably sounds like a lot of commitment, right? But trust me on this. I started to do this. First, I just didn't know what to write about, so I just wrote about anything that was on my mind, my shopping list, the to-do list that I needed to do, or just anything that just came up in me. And after a couple of days, weeks, I got into it, I got used to it, and I could write 6 pages, a lot, but it also depended on the day, how many pages I wrote. So I just wrote around for 30 minutes, but I just followed what felt good at the moment, at that day. I also sometimes write prompts because I think that's fascinating, how deep can you actually go into yourself. And just I really enjoy the inner work that I'm doing day by day. And I will talk a lot about that in this channel, so stay tuned for this. In connection to Matrescence, I read that researchers showed that a certain neural pathway in your brain got strengthened, and this pathway is responsible for self-awareness and self-analysis. So I think this is why I became so into this inner work and just going into my past and just healing old wounds and forgiving to my old enemies, this kind of stuff. Because this pathway, I'm sure I feel it, that this got strengthened, and it increased my self-awareness power. And it's so beautiful with inner work that when we start to analyze ourselves and our past, we actually became more aware and more conscious about everything around us, our relationships, our actions, our motives, our beliefs, and it's so powerful. And you actually have the power to change anything that you don't like about yourself. But we will talk about this later. It's just so fascinating to see that you are growing. So as I said before, life is a big change and we are growing, we are leveling up so much. So actually by thinking about this and by learning about Matrescence and starting this journey of finding yourself, it actually levels you up a lot. So I'm so happy that you're here, because that means that you are growing and you're becoming your best self. So I'm very happy that we are here together in this moment. We can turn this feeling lost feeling, and we can turn this into the greatest opportunity that we ever had to become more conscious and more aware about ourselves, our family, our connections, our world, and to just turn this empty, lost feeling and just make it to the best opportunity that we ever had to level up as fast as we could ever do. Because now you have your new brain, your superpower brain, and you can level up faster than you could ever. So we are living exciting times, girls, and I really appreciate that you spend this time with me. And I would also appreciate if you could leave a comment. I am really interested in your thoughts. Like this video and subscribe to this channel, because I'm bringing so much juicy stuff here that you don't want to miss that. So guarantee you that's gonna be epic. So we're gonna be the best super moms ever existed. So are you ready for this journey? I do hope that you are, because I'm so ready for this.